welcome back to Weeby Kids Yoga. In today's session, we are going to be doing a short chair yoga routine. And therefore, for this session, you are also going to need the addition of a chair, preferably one without sides and, if possible, with a straight back. Now, as ever, ensure that you have clothes that you feel comfortable to move in and that you have enough space to just stretch your arms out around you, backwards and forwards, around your chair, so not right up against a desk. And finally, we have one main ask, that you are kind to yourself throughout this session. We are not there in your room and we don't know how you're feeling today, but you do. Always remember, yoga should never hurt, so be kind to yourself throughout. So, chair yoga. Well, essentially, many of the poses that you find yourselves doing in sessions are actually doable from seated on a chair. Now then, you may be thinking, well, why would we do it on a chair? Well, many people may find that they aren't able to do some of the other sessions, they're less mobile, or perhaps you're finding yourself stuck in front of a screen a lot of the time and you have been working and learning online and unable to take yourself away from the desk. Some of these movements you might be able to incorporate into your day. Now, if you are doing chair yoga, it's really handy to be able to land your feet. So if your feet are floating a little bit, you can use a yoga block, a cushion, or maybe even a thick book to ensure that your feet are nice and firmly on the ground. So we will begin our session today, as we always do, with our hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position by the heart, sitting up nice and straight and tall. And we begin with a greeting, Namaste, which is a greeting from my heart to your hearts all the way around the world, and from your hearts all the way around the world, back to mine. After 3, 1, 2, 3, Namaste. Now, we're going to start our session with a brief face massage, because when we are sitting at our computer screens, all slightly hunched over time, with our chins jutting out, I'll turn to the side here, this is what often happens. Our chins jut out and we're typing as we are staring at our screens, and our backs become very curved, and this crunches up all our digestive system, puts strain on our neck and our spine, and we often hold tension inside our faces. So we're going to take our wriggly fingers, that's it, wriggle those fingers, and we're now going to wriggle all over the face. And then you can close your eyes there if that feels better. I'm just going to wriggle and massage your face. That's it. Be nice and gentle and do what feels nice for you. There we go. We can move that up and onto the scalp, and we can pitter patter, even just gently tapping with our hands on the scalp all over. And as we come to the ears, we're going to do a quick massage down the outer ears, down to the lobes, and then just on here, on the side of the face that pushes onto the ear, just gently massaging. You may hear the sound going in and out. There we go. And then as we come down to our neck, we're just going to gently tip our head to the side and back to the centre on the other side. Putting a stretch down the side of our necks here and up to the centre, dropping the chin to the chest and up. And if you feel comfortable, tipping the eyes upwards and back to the centre. Dropping the head down to the chin, you're just going to roll it up to one side. And rolling down to the middle, then the rolling up to the other. So the ears aiming down for the shoulder and rolling back down to the centre. And rolling up to the other. That's it, aim for that ear to the shoulder and down to the centre. And one last time up. And back down to the centre. And lifting up to look at me. Now we're going to move those fingers again. Start rotating in the wrists. And then we're going to rotate in the elbows. And then we're going to move our entire arms. Now, if you're smaller, you might need to move to one side or the other of your chair, just to make sure that you've got the space behind you and around. So we're going to rotate our arms. That's beautiful. And the other way. Just do the best you can. And we're going to do the same on the other side, moving them back. And you may find you have more mobility on one side and forwards than you do on the other. And I think those niggles can be quite normal. There we go, beautiful. And then we're just going to move down to our toes, and we're just going to point our toes forwards and pull them back. Point the toes, pull them back. Point the toes, pull back. And we're just going to now roll by moving those ankles and round little circles and the other way. That's it. And lowering them down. Reaching your arm up to the side. We're just going to slowly and gently lean over. Beautiful, making a beautiful arc. Bring ourselves back up. Lowering the arm, and again on the other side, lifting one arm and leaning gently over to the side. And pulling ourselves up and down. We'll take some deep breaths in. Raising those arms, meeting in the middle, and lowering those arms. Raising the arms up, deep breath in. Meet in the middle and lowering those arms. Breathing out. Now, if it's possible for you, we're going to just lift that foot and pull it in. Using those hands just to pull the knee in towards the body and releasing and down. There we go. And same on the other side, lifting up, pulling into the body and down. If it's needed, you can also try from pulling lower down, but you must use your stomach muscles on the lift. Create that arm round and lifting up. There we go, and control down, and same on the other side, lifting control up and back down. Okay, beautiful. We're now going to look at our spines, and as we roll our spines in, put the elbows forwards, and we're going to push through. So we're going to lift through with our chest, that's it, to create a slight arch, and we're going to create a rounded spine at the back. And we're going to push on through with our chest and up. And if I turn to the side, you'll be able to see that a little bit better. So we're going to create those curvature in the back. That's the one, by pushing our elbows forwards. And as we push through the other way, pulling our elbows back, we're pushing up with our chest and creating an arc in the back of the spine here, arching back and up. And going the other way, bring our elbows forwards, pushing through the back. And pulling our way through with the chest leading the way and coming back into a nice and neutral spine. Now the next one we're going to do is a bit like camel. So you're going to come onto the edge of your seat with your bottom. Doesn't matter if you're facing to the side or the front. I'm doing it this way so you can see. You're going to place your hands, both of them, behind you. So you might need to just put the tips of the fingers underneath your bottom if need be for space. But otherwise, leaning those hands back, you are going to be lifting, imagining a light coming up through your heart. So your heart is going to shine onwards and up. If it's comfortable, you can tip your head to look at the ceiling. If you're less happy with that, just staying looking forwards is fine. And relax. And then pushing up, lifting that light through your heart and relax. And once more, lifting up through the heart and relax. And now bringing ourselves on round, we're going to be doing a little bit of lower body work. So we're going to take one leg out to the side and we're going to move the other leg to the other side of our chair. And as we do so, we're just going to turn our weight. So my body weight is heading in a forwards direction. My front foot is flat on the ground and I'm allowing the chair to take the majority of my body's weight. It's taking the weight through most of this thigh and of my buttock and the body above it. My back leg can be straight, I can turn on its end, or I can have it flat on its side. So today we're going to have it flat on its side. There you go, can you see? I can have it bent if I need to. If I can't manage to get it straight, I can have it slightly bent. But straight is the best if we can. And then we're going to open our arms out nice and straight. There we go, and to make a beautiful warrior pose. We're then going to bend our front arm and bring it down to meet the knee. We're then going to lift the upper arm over the top as we reach and create a nice stretch down the side of the body there. If it's possible, turn your head to look up towards your thumb. And bring ourselves back up. and moving ourselves across and onto the other side. So again, placing your foot out at the back, turning the body slightly, ensuring that you are nice and stable here so that your body weight is mostly supported by the chair beneath you. Back leg nice and straight, arms out, creating a beautiful warrior pose. And we're going to bend the front arm, bringing the elbow down to the knee, lifting the upper arm over, and if it feels comfortable, turning the head to look up at the fingertips. And bringing ourselves back up and round. So we're sitting in a nice wide-legged position. Make sure that you're feeling nice and supported here. And if you want to move yourself a little bit further back this time onto your seat, you can do so. We're then going to be moving our body weight forwards. So you'll see why you need to have your bottom right at the back of your chair. Now, if you would like to, you can reach down onto, again, a book, if that's a bit better for you. Or you can just take your hands out to your knees here and give yourself some support. Otherwise, we're going to reach our arms down in front and take ourselves all the way to the ground. And then we're going to relax our head forward and down. And slowly bringing ourselves back up. There we go. And taking ourselves round to the sides. You can do this facing forward if you would like. I'm doing it this way again so that you can see. This time you're going to come to the edge of your chair, okay? And you're going to just put your feet out in front of you, flat, so that you've got some kind of support there. Now, you're going to be leaning forwards at the hips, and just as you come forwards, you'll notice the need for your knees to bend ever so slightly. So coming down to bring your belly onto your thighs. Now, if you want to stay here, that's perfectly okay. If you want to put your hands down onto the ground or onto your ankles, that's okay. And the idea is that slowly, you see what I'm doing now, just inching my feet forwards. Now, I only do this as long as you are sure that your chair is very secure where it should be. And then I'm just going to lean my body forwards down again and relax. And you may feel a nice stretch up the back of your legs. And then slowly walk your hands back up and up to your seated position. Bringing yourself back round to the front if you move to the side. Crossing your legs now, taking one leg over on top of the other and just turning the body along the side of the thigh. And bringing yourself back round. And now the other side, crossing the leg, turning yourself along the side of the thigh. And bringing yourself back round. We're going to give ourselves a nice big hug. So open those arms nice and wide and hug. Oh, and nice and wide. And hug. Oh, and wide. And this time we're going to cross our arms one on top of the other, meeting at the elbows. You can see that happening there. We're then going to turn them so they both face up and see if we can get them together. And as we do so, we're going to twist slightly and lift. You should only feel a gentle pull behind your shoulder blades to give you a little bit of a stretch. There we go. And relax. Open those arms and this time cross the other one on top. Elbow to elbow, so crossing over there. Lifting both the arms, crossing over and twisting, and a gentle lift in eagle arms. And untwisting and relaxing, opening those arms, shaking out those arms, wriggling through the body. And there we have given ourselves a beautiful chair yoga session, a little bit of movement for the body whilst we've been sitting. So to finish this session, we're just going to take a moment again, tuning into our breath. If you feel comfortable to do so, close your eyes. Otherwise, gently lower your gaze. Just listen in to your breathing. And as you do so, feel into your body. Which areas are feeling a little bit more relaxed? Taking a nice deep breath in and sighing the breath back out. Taking another nice deep breath in and and sighing back out. Thank your body for having given you these few minutes of time just to reset and to think about how you feel and simply just to notice. Gently now, if you had your eyes closed, opening up your eyes and bringing yourself back to the room. Hands in Anjali Mudra, stretching up. Oh, and a big yawn. Oh. Welcome back to the room. I hope that you've enjoyed this session and that we see you again sometime soon. Take care. Bye from Weeby Kids.